Hello everyone. Today we will study chapter Our Skeletal System from the Pearl's book for class 5. So what is the skeletal system? It is the framework of bones. So this is a skeletal system. So it's actually a framework of the different types and sizes of bone. Coming to the functions of a skeleton system, so the skeleton system encloses and protects all the internal organs. So main function is to protect and enclose all the internal organs of a body. Second, it also gives shape, support and strength to a body. So adult human has 206 bones. So coming to the functions of skeleton, now we can understand it by a pictorial representation. It protects, that means the cranium protects the soft tissue of the brain. The rib cage protects the delicate heart and lungs. Second, shape. Without the skeleton, our body is flabby and shapeless. So main function of the skeleton is to give shape and support to the body. It is supporting also. The next function is support. So the vertebral column or the vertebrae, they support the head. Next is the blood production. Red blood cells are made in the ribs and the long bones of a body like the limb bones. Movement. Bones and joints, they work with the muscles to enable us to walk, run and sprint. So bones and joints together with the muscles, they help us to walk or run. Calcium storage. Another important function is calcium storage. That bone is the largest supply of calcium where the calcium is also stored. So these are some of the functions of skeleton system. Now human skeleton is consist of, first is skull, then we have the vertebral column or spinal cord or backbone. Third is the thorax, or we can also call it as rib cage. Fourth is two pair of limbs. One is the lower limb and one is the upper limb, and these are connected. Upper limb is connected to the shoulder girdle, as we can see here. It is also called pectoral girdle, and the lower limb is connected to the pelvic girdle or the hip girdle. Coming to the first is skull. So we will start studying with skull. Skull consists of 22 bones. So how are these 22 bones divided? 14 are our facial bones and 8 is our cranial bones. Coming to the cranial bones. So there are 8 cranial bones. These are the flat bones which we can see, these are interlocked together. And what they do, they enclose the brain inside it. So they enclose and they protect the soft tissues of the brain inside it. So what are the bones? Let's see the names of the bones that make up the cranial bones. These are frontal, sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone. This is the parietal bone. On the side is temporal and back is occipital. So coming to the facial bones, there are 14 facial bones and only the lower jaw is movable. And what we use it for? To eat and talk. So let's see the names of the different bones which make up the facial bones. Is nasal bone. Here we have lacrimal bone. Then this red one is marked as palatine bone. This is the zygomatic bones. Inferior nasal concha. This is vomer, maxilla and the mandible. Next, let's study the vertebral column, that is the spine or backbone. And what does it do? It forms the main axis of our skeleton. So the skull is attached to the backbone. So let's see, the skull is attached to the backbone. So it is made up of 33 small bones, which is also called as the vertebra, and they together make up a vertebral column. So this is making the vertebral column. So coming to the functions of vertebral column, what are the functions? So first is it surrounds and supports the and protects the spinal cord inside it. It gives attachment points for the ribs and the back and neck muscles. So it is also giving the attachment point to the ribs and the back and the neck muscles. It transmits weight of the trunk to the lower limb. It is also transmitting the weight of a body to the lower limb also. So coming up in our next video, we will continue studying the skeleton system chapter. Thank you.